Say it loud enough. That's a longer shot of the back.
On the right is where our office was. Finance office.
The finance office. Rice patties with green.
No, it ain't.
It isn't? What is it?
That's an office.
The office?
It was an office building. It wasn't ours. I think it was personnel or something else.
Dust and stuff, the path up over the hill there. It was all dusty and dirty. That's the watering cans that they had to drink this water.
The guys were waiting there for the water truck. I don't know what that building was. It was a whole outfit there. I don't know. A bunker that they had during the war. We get lots of things running, right? That was just, the road went down over there where all that dust was. It was got dry and dusty. Those were foxholes that were up there along the bank that they used during the war.
Yeah.
There was this Korean lady walking there with that big bundle of stuff on her head. That's where they carried a lot of things, on her head like that. That was just another scenery picture.
There's a rugged scenery.
The Koreans lived in those houses. Mud houses like with, they were stones and mud, all of them together, and they had straw roofs on them.
And melons growing on the roof.
Yeah. Big sharp point of ground there that went up. It was rocky and trees was growing way up on top of it. For Korean, I don't know if they were military guys or what, but they came around and cut the weeds and stuff down around where we lived. That's that big rocky hill there from our tent where we lived. Rocks. Now we walked up there in that hill where those rocks were, and we looked down the other side, and that was where we could see then there was rice paddies there, and there was looked like either Korean huts over there or tents. I don't know which. I think that's where those guys lived. I think they were their tents. That was about the same place, only we looked at a different direction down along there. There where those little buildings are. That white stuff that's coming up, that smoke, they were putting off some kind of artillery stuff over in there that day I was up there. That was the water there, that little stream went down and that along these rice paddies here on the left, and down there where that bare spot is where our shower tents were. Where we had to walk down there to take a shower. We had to walk down through the rice paddies. That's a road there where you can see those trucks going. And these were rice paddies over in here. They had them all divided into different places, and they flood them. In the spring when they planted the rice, they flooded those. You kept them flooded until the rice was ripe, and then they'd let them dry out.
And each section belonged to a different person.
Cut all that rice off then by hand with a big side. That's just another picture of the mountains and hills over there. One has that basket of vegetable stuff on her head, the other one's carrying her baby. They carry most of the time they carry their babies on their backs like that.
They've done all their work with that.
Yeah, they worked with them, carrying them around back there and everything. Korean village close to where we were.
Shopping mall.
Yeah, Korean shopping. All the streets over there were just mud like that. There was nothing paved. Everything had been fought over and beat up during the war.
Oh yeah, that's the city well.
So they go there and drop a bucket on a rope down in there and in there. That's what they called an A-frame. It was made in the shape of the letter A. And they pile big, heavy loads on that and strap it on their back and take off with it.
Isn't that a classy one?
They all have back issues.
Yeah. But they had stronger backs than we have.
The fellow there was I think a Korean soldier. That was like an outside shopping area there where they had all kinds of stuff in that area there.
Like a flea market, huh?
Yeah. Like a little store. And all kinds of stuff in there. A lot of them wore those shoes. These were shoes down here, like wooden or rubber, I forget which. These were some kind of lamps, I believe. I couldn't quite figure out how they worked. But most of the people there didn't have any electricity. They didn't have any light at night and stuff. You know. This was a lake that they had for the guys, our guys could go there and swim and stuff. Underground bunkers. There was doorways in there and a door in there. And these were sandbags that helped to hold the ground together. These two big rocks I always passed every time we went to the dining room, or the mess hall over there. I were down the Sunny Way up the hill and down to get 3 meals a day to the where the this guy's working his, I guess something like a horse. They had a plow on there and they were plowing this up, getting ready to plant. They're setting the rice plants in. See, they got them like in rows. And they were planting them all by hand in that muddy water.
No wonder they stayed standing up.
Yeah.
That's what your daddy had to crawl through when he was wounded. That muddy mess. They put human manure on there with them rice stuff. He said.
Yeah, that was in the spring after they planted and started to get green.
So that's what he was.
Apparently
My grandpa crawled through with a leg all shot up.
They're starting to grow, I guess.
And you can see how they have it tiered up there, over there,
Yeah.
over there. Oh, I've seen them going way up the hillside, like the side of a hill, they'd have it all fixed like that in terraces.
They shoveled that all out, huh?
Yeah, I guess they probably did it all by hand.
Ready to take the rice stuff off of it.
Cut it and laid it in rows like. The water out of that well, right there, see?
Is there a bucket?
There's their bucket there.
Just a rough area.
Yeah. But it's Spellman.
He was the head of the Catholic back then.
Well, he was from,
Vatican.
well, no, he wasn't the Pope. He was just a cardinal.
You know,
He was, like he'd be over so many Catholic churches in this place. Had a little service there, and then after the service, why, everybody went up around and shook his hand, and he gave him a pack of cigarettes. A candy bar too, I believe, I'm not sure.
Way back. Look, that's toward the end.
Yes.
And that's just a rough area.
Night we could see shells land over there and make a big flash, and then we'd hear the boom.
The Uncle Mouse was over there after Grandpa was over there to fight.
Over that day when we went up there past the 38th parallel, that was a big deal over there.
I heard Urban talking about the
Yeah.
parallels.
So I think we were north of that. We went out for a ride one Sunday and so take my picture, that beast standing there. So take my picture there with that 38th parallel.
How cold did you say it was that day? I forget.
Well, I don't know about that particular day, but we had that big heavy, they had done big heavy part this week, wearing a hat, and we spread leather boots, and wool socks, wool pants, wool shirt. And, well, it had been cold over there, and we'd frost on the mess hall, you know, in the morning, and steel girders up. They'd just be white with frost. And had no weather station over there or anything to tell you anything. So I wrote home and I said, send me a small thermometer. So she did, and I hung it out of the tent. Well, it was, by that time it seemed like it had warmed up considerable because the frost wasn't on the steel girders anymore. And I hung it outside on the tent rope, and for about a week it was like 20 below zero. So I know it was probably a lot colder than that. His name is Lowe, and we had
He shined their shoes.
yeah, we lived in tents over there. We shined our shoes, did our wash, made coffee for us in the morning, and for our breaks, and whatever we wanted done, he'd do it. There was a lot of English words he didn't understand, you know. He'd say, "What you speaky, this or that," you know. He was cute.
Those look like tents down there when I zero in.
Yeah, I think it is tents down in there, but
Are they the army tents or the...
That's
Yeah.
the other unit that isn't
well, I don't know if they're ours or the North or the,
Korean.
yeah, the Rock Army,
You don't know.
yeah, the Korean Army. I'm not sure. I worked about 3 or 4 different places while I was over there. And one place they had a lot of these tank engines sitting out. I guess they worked on tents and worked on the engines and repair and stuff.
Yeah, we worked.
Yeah, I guess we paid some of those
When they were in the
guys.
service, yeah.
This here was just a,
Repair place,
I guess that's where they put the stuff in and repaired it.
Well, Urban come home in 52, when did you come? Is that when you were over there?
4, I guess, till I got over there.
Are you cold?
No, I'm not cold, just cold out there.
No, it's cold out there.
That guy there has one of those A-frames on his back, see?
Get around here.
That arm's sticking out. They'd load that up then. Then if he wasn't tired, he could set that thing down and pull the thing out like, and it would sit there by itself. Wouldn't fall over. We had mascots over there too.
Is this one of your buddies?
Yeah, and these little puppies were born right beside my bunk. My bed where I slept. We had a dog, a female dog, and she had her little babies right beside my bunk. I
Do you sleep in one of those-
pet them and stuff.
Is there a chance one of those ones in the background?
It could have been. I'm not sure which one I was. That was a Korean village across over there. The
beautiful
beautiful and stuff. Some of the guys would hang their clothes on we had a fence around the place. They'd hang their, wash out their stuff and hang it on a fence to dry.
Hmm?
The one over there.
Not over there.
Are you in this picture?
Yeah, the weird hat.
Oh, yes, I see you. Cool.
Iowa State State Time.
Yeah, we all went there about the same time.
How come you have a different hat?
That's the only one they could find small enough for me. Kind of faded off, but it's all right.
His boots were too big.
Looks like Gomer Powell kind of setting, doesn't it?
Yeah.